Press it. Let's go. Come on, I ain't gonna go through 23 minutes. Okay, over here. Granny McDowell read Shauna's thoughts and said, "Yes, but now that I successfully counter the shock of my impending death with this madcap horror, there is something serious to discuss, my dear." Shauna laughed and said, "More important than death?" "Yes, far more important than death," said Granny McDowell in a more serious tone. Chapter 5, Ghosts of Entities. "Let's go for a walk," suggested Granny McDowell. "I want you to meet some people. Some people. No, that's not accurate. Ghostly entities, I think, would be the right term. Let's not push my newfound baby too far, Granny." Now, these entities are on our side, Shona. We have nothing to fear from them. They have an important message to give us." They walked together into the old church. Shona was unnerved by the fact that they didn't use the door. They just floated through the wall. In the pulpit of the church was a figure whom Shona realized must be the ghost of Reverend McGreary. He had been the minister of this parish until he had died 3 years before. He was smiling at Shona. Well, if it isn't the little girl who was born at her granddad's funeral. Now that's what I call making an entrance. Called a Reverend McGirl. Shona felt strangely calm, as if she was among friends. She heard a lot of laughter coming from the pews, but when she turned to look, they were empty. Then various figures sitting in the pews became visible, but not all of them were people. Some of them were strange creatures that looked like Highland cattle, but they were standing like people. Others were like people, except their facial features was horribly exaggerated. Shona had seen pictures of these creatures in one of Granny McDowell's books that her father kept on a big bookshelf in his bedroom. They were demon-like in appearance, and Shona couldn't help but notice how badly they smell. They smell like hairy dogs when they have been swimming in the sea. In fact, they look like very hairy demons indeed. "Don't they have hairdressers in the afterlife?" Shona thought. "No, we don't have hairdressers, young woman," said the biggest, ugliest, and fiercest demon. "Yes, that's right," he continued. "We can read your thoughts." The ghostly congregation all burst into laughter. Can you blame them? After all, it isn't every day that a bunch of ghosts in this part of the world come across someone they can tease a little bit. That was one thing that Sean was learning. Ghosts could be just as silly as us. "Take no notice of our pranks, Shona," said Reverend McGirl. "Take a seat, and we'll tell you why you're here." Shona sat down, as she was told. "Shona, you are really here in place of your father, Karan. He has been so long away from his homeland and I know all your granny's instructions regarding the secret memory. This means he is of no help to us in our time of need. You see, dark forces are gaining control over our destiny. They will appear to people in your world as saviors. They will throw money and power around and pretend that it is all for the common good. In fact, they will do anything to destroy this clan. Reverend, you really know how to avoid the point, don't you?" interrupted a tall, angelic looking ghost. Curiously, this ghost was talking with what sounded like an American accent. "Let me explain. Your grandmother would have told you about Highland history. You know that we Highland ghosts are sworn to tormenting the ghosts of those who did us wrong all those years ago, right?" "Right," replied Shona Panah. "Good. Now, as we are tormenting these bad guys, ghosts, We also take great enjoyment in haunting their descendants. Their grandchildren, great grandchildren, and so on. Some of these descendants are decent people, and we leave them alone. But some of them are bad folks, greedy folks, just like their ancestors were. We give them a hard time. We haunt the living daylights out of them. We hunt the living daylights out of them. It's great fun. We hunt the daylights. It's great fun. Most of the assaulted ghosts and demons laugh and agree with this angelic ghost. Although Reverend McGurk shook his head in disapproval, the angelic ghost continued. The problem is that one of the present day descendants of the bad guy ghost has become so rich and powerful that he's close to controlling your whole world. It sounds far-fetched, I know, but it's true. And if he gets to control the world, all you will be forced to give in to his desires. You will become like those poor fools who only care about money, and you'll forget all about your pure Highland soul. Okay, so you'll be able to afford all the hamburgers and fries you could ever want, and fast cars and big houses and the best clothes. Hang on a minute. What was our problem with this again? Because it sounds great. Oh, right. I remember. You see, Shauna, if all you care about are these material things, that means you lose your soul. And that means that when you die, you'll have no ghosts. In fact, you'll cease to exist at all. And if all our clan descendants lose their souls, then we, the clan guardian angels, will be out of work. Not only will we be out of work, but we too will cease to exist. Now, I never tried this ceasing to exist stuff myself, but I can't say that sounds all that great. So this is where you come in. Something at chapter 6. I'm no hero. Let's see. If this recorded, I don't have to read, when I'm doing this, I'm going to have to, if it's okay, because I want to have to read the whole book from top to bottom anyway, so I feel comfortable with articulating all the words. Just practice run.